Hi, friends. This is a sequence for the upper back, shoulder, and arm area that I like to use not only for yoga, but for pickleball. So come and join me if you'd like. I start by rolling up and down the low and mid back uh, on one side of the vertebrae, even though I know we are working our way upwards. Then I roll over on to the side ribs. So get a little bit in that rib area there. And at this point, I like to roll onto my back, so around the upper back. Hands behind the head, bottom lifted, elbows towards each other so we can kind of iron out that those sticky spots between the upper shoulder blades. And then I roll until my neck and the base of my skull is supported, and then I can set the bottom down. Just let the arms kind of flop over the roller. You'll feel a nice little bit of pressure on the tops of the shoulders here and at that base of the skull. And I like to rock my head no. Right, kind of give a little massage to those sub-occipital muscles right at the base of the skull and the top of the neck. And the hands go back to the head for support. Lift back up onto the upper back and then tilt towards one side, landing just outside of the shoulder blade, but behind the armpit still. Okay, and we'll roll up and down a bit here. And then land. Put your elbow on the floor. Keep the arm bent though. And we're going to externally and internally rotate that arm. So bringing the hand back and then in front, back and front. Oh, that gets into the rotator cuff quite nicely. And when ready to move on, we'll roll and kind of reposition the roller here, trying to stay in the line of the camera so that we can get to the chest. Like so, chest is facing the floor. Just begin to roll side to side. And then we'll internally rotate that arm. So we're going to sweep palm down and then behind and then palm up and softly roll over the shoulder and then find that bicep muscle. Roll up and down. And we can scoot the roller a little further down. So we're starting just below the elbow, but still in the same arm position. We can roll over the forearm here. Oh, and that's where the muscle just really attaches to the elbow. It's where it gets super uncomfortable sometimes if I've played a lot of pickleball. There, we'll shift again on the roller so that we can place it's the top of the forearm on the roller. Give it a few rolls back and forth. And then I just slide on forward, leave the arm bent, and I can find the tricep that way. And if I straighten my arm back out, Leave the palm up and then even turning it towards the back of the room a bit, so externally rotating that arm, and I can find the deltoid again. Sometimes I like to go back and forth a little bit here, rotating it back onto if I want to revisit maybe the bicep, front of the shoulder, the chest, and then eventually I just make my way back to the upper back on the roller, hands behind the head, rocking up and down once again on that upper back. And then setting the bottom down, letting the hands now be a hammock to hold my head, and just letting that upper body find a nice supported back bend here. Taking a few slow, deep, relaxing breaths. And then repeating that entire sequence on the other side.